Welcome back, Truth Seeker. I have a rather interesting find here today to bring to you guys. And let me tell you, it's mind-blowing. Literally. I've heard a lot of talk lately about Yellowstone. And there's, like Dutch Sense is talking about the earthquakes and what happened with that geyser up at Yellowstone where it exploded here not too long ago. Well, I was looking at the land and look where Yellowstone sets. Right there. That's Yellowstone Lake right there. Let's back out. Right in the man's forehead. And another cool thing that I found that I've realized about these faces in the map is the Most High tells men to not shave the edges of their beard. And he's not talking about the length. He's not talking about the length of your beard. He's talking about the edge up your cheek, like right here. The part above that line I just drawed. And you can see the man's beard, it goes up like the Most High tells us to leave it, up our cheek, towards our eye. But look where Yellowstone sits. Right, like a superhero, like Vision off the Avengers, off of Endgame. Right there, in the guy's forehead. And what's so crazy is that nobody realizes that. I never realized that Yellowstone sat there like that in his forehead. And what's so crazy is I never even seen the male face up until here just recently. And I never seen the female face over here until, and like I said, when I first seen it, we were warned by the Most High, or not warned, but he told us that we would see, that I would end up seeing this face. And I've spent my whole life looking at this map. And I never noticed this face, the female's face, in the beginning, like all growing up. And I never, the first time I saw it was in 2020, I think it was. Yeah, 2020. Whenever it's documented here in a video. I don't remember which one or what year it was, but I seen that, and I never saw the male's face until here like a month or two ago, or however long it was, not that long ago. And what's so interesting about this find, about me realizing that Yellowstone is in his head right there this morning, is the Most High says that the great river is our eastern border. He says the Great Sea is our western border. You can't find no maps where the Mediterranean is called the Great Sea, but you can find all kinds of ancient maps, old maps, even not that old, maps from like the 1800s and 1700s that has the Pacific Ocean titled the Great Sea. Yes, you can go look it up. You'll find it. It won't take you no time. But so the Most High says the Great Sea is our western border, and he says that the Great River, he calls the river of our eastern border, he calls it several times, he calls it the Great River. Well, on this edge right here of the male's face right here is a river right here. See that river to the left of that line I just drawed? Let's look at it. See what it is. Can you guess what river it is? It's this river right here. See if I can zoom in here for you where you can see it right there. You see that? The Rio Grande. That means the Great River. That's the eastern border. And for more proof for you, where it goes out down there in the Gulf of Mexico, it's described in the Bible where it meets that sea down there. It says where it meets, it like backs salt up into the river in a unique way. And so there's a unique like type of fish, and I don't know the scientific word you'd use for it, but a unique like ecosystem right there where the Rio Grande meets the Gulf of Mexico. And that's described in the Bible too, and that's real. I've showed you guys here on this channel how that's an actual thing, that the salt washes back up in there, and it's like it's a unique spot right there. And so our eastern border is the Rio Grande, and it goes down, and it's the southern border of Texas. It goes out into the Gulf of Mexico. And when we had the eclipses, right? We had the two eclipses over here that was like an X, like this right here, right? Boom. It X'd that much of the country out. And then we had the unexpected eclipse in October, right before all hell broke loose last year. We had the unexpected eclipse, or right at that time. It was either on the 4th or the 14th. I always get that mixed up. I can't remember. Let me know in the comments if it was the 4th or the 14th when we had that unexpected annular. It wasn't a total solar eclipse. It was called an annular solar eclipse that come across here like this. That saved, that like marked what part of the country won't be destroyed, right? Well, we've talked about the jet streams on here before, about how if nuclear missiles were to land over here in this country, and y'all should know that there's probably plenty of people who would like to see that happen, right, in the world. If that happened with the jet stream blowing like it does, it comes mostly like this right here, and it blows from west to east. And then sometimes it goes like this, from the southwest up to the northeast. And it blows generally in that direction. So, like say Denver got nuked. If Denver got nuked, all the radioactive fallout is going east to where the main population of the United States is, to where those people who would like to see all that happen, they probably have their focus on the eastern part, from right here and over that way. They're probably more focused with that, and I would say they're focused with LA and everything. But the Most High, and the Most High all through his word does tell us that he has a work to do in the land of the Kasdim, and that's that land right here I just showed you. That's all out New York and Wisconsin, all out in there, the land of the Kasdim. So if this guy right here that we're looking at, if his mind were to blow, if it were to blow, there's a good chance, a really good chance, that anything down over here to the left of that line is going to miss out on all the ash that blocks the sun out. And whatever happens, you can see that with the jet stream, if his mind were to blow, if Yellowstone was to blow, it would probably affect, it would probably more than likely affect this part of the country rather than this part. You see, it's an escape. And hopefully tonight I can get back on here and I'm going to read some of Jeremiah to you and some Amos. Yeah, some Amos, I believe. I don't have my notes with me, but we're going to read about that escape. And you're going to want to tune in and pay attention if you want to have your mind blown yet again, pun intended.